Hey Choppers, Logan here again with another Kickstarter preview for you, this time for The Lost World of Josh Kirby by BARD Games. It's coming to Kickstarter on February 3rd. It's for 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and up, and plays in about 15 to 30 minutes. And it features the beautiful, beautiful science fiction artwork of Josh Kirby. So I've got it set up for 2 players on the table. Let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, we have everything set up for a 2-player game of Josh Kirby here. Well, the Lost World of Josh Kirby. I have 2 control panels out here, the green player one and the blue player one for a 2-player game. We have each taken our 6 fleet ships, put 3 of them on our home world, which is at the top of our control panel, and then place 3 in the hypergate that is placed in the middle of the table. You see I got my 3 green there and 3 blue there, as well as the 3 blue on the blue player's home world. I've also shuffled up the world deck here and dealt out 2 worlds. Now, the worlds are set up with 2 numbers on them, the fantastic artwork by Josh Kirby here, and a little world ability. The number with the flag up here is how many ships you need on it to settle it, while the number over here on the right side is the number of ships you'll need on there to conquer the world. Let's go ahead and take a look at the control panel. So I'm going to use this one here since these are down on the table with tokens on them already set up. So it's got your home planet up here, which is where your fleet ships will be stationed when they're at your home world. And it's also got this morality track here. Now players start out with their token in the center, in the scoundrel spot. That's why it says start right there. On the morality track, and you see we've got our colored tokens right there. Now, your morality track will let you do different things. On your turn, you see here on the turn structure right here, you're going to roll dice and then be able to re-roll dice. Depending on where you are on the morality track is what dice you're going to be able to re-roll. So if you're more towards the eviler side over here, you're only going to be able to re-roll the gray and black die, or even the black die if you're all the way over here at Tyrant. Whereas if you're all the way over here at Savior, you'll be able to re-roll the white die only. So being in the middle neutral actually is pretty good. It lets you re-roll all the dice. So now on your turn, after you roll the dice, you'll be able to either resolve the dice, or if you pass, you'll be able to ready 3 ships. So ready ships, it means from taking them from the hypergate and putting them on your home world. Because during the game, you'll be dispatching your ships, your fleets, to different worlds to be able to either try to settle them or conquer them. And you do this, when you do this, you'll take that world, if you control it, and put it underneath your control panel, depending on which you did, either settling or conquering, and the number that faces out counts towards your points. Because you can see the win condition is to be the first to a certain amount of points. For our 2-player game, we'll be trying to get to 18 points. You can see that the last part on the turn structure is for a world power on your turn. So you'll be able to activate if you control one of the worlds and you have it underneath your board and you have a world power token on it. You'll be able to activate the world power. You can see this one here is Mind Games. You can move any 3 opponents' fleets. So that's a pretty good ability. They have a lot of good abilities on the worlds. Now, during the game, whenever you acquire one of these worlds, you will take all of your fleets that were on that world, and they will be put into the hyperspace on the board. Now, any opponent's fleets that were on that world that you gained will be wrecked, and any extra ones that you had will also be wrecked. A wrecked fleet goes back to your home world, and that's how one of the ways you earn Renown. You earn 1 Renown for any wrecked fleet that goes back to your home world. You'll also earn Renown by rolling it on the dice and activating it from any of the dice that are there. You'll gain 1 Renown for each Renown symbol that comes up. You use Renown during the game to either place your champion which we see we got the green player's champion right there, and it has it over on the board here. You can spend 2 renowned to place your champion on a world. Placing your champion on a world actually lowers the settle number or the conquer number by 1. You'll be able to spend 2 renowned to place your dreadnought on a world. When you place your dreadnought on the world, you take the dreadnought from the hyperspace in the middle and you place it on the world, and you also place your dreadnought token. Obviously, this is a prototype piece. You place your dreadnought token on that world to show that you are in control of the dreadnought on that world. And once it's there, only you will be able to acquire that world. Nobody else will be able to acquire it. So other than activating the dreadnought, you can also use Renown to add the epic dice to the roll. The epic dice is a red dice, which has different abilities than the regular black, gray, and white dice. Now, it should be noted before I get too far that for activating or replacing the champion and the dreadnought, you have to be in a certain spot on the morality track, as you can see up here. To be able to place the champion, you have to be either from the scoundrel or anywhere on the good side of the morality track to place champion. Now, to place the dreadnought, you have to be on the scoundrel or the bad, evil side over here is where your morality has to be to place the dreadnought. So now back to the epic dice before I get too far. The epic dice has special sides that you'll be able to roll. Now, you can't roll it once you're already moved to the resolve dice phase. You have to do it and activate it before you do the roll dice phase to roll it with the rest of them. And it has special sides like ×2, which will let you, whenever you activate one of the dice that you've rolled, you'll be able to do it 2 times. You'll be able to recall all your fleets home from the hypergate to your world, or you'll have different things. Well, let's see, try to find this, where you'll be able to get max renown, which in this game is 5. You can never have over 5 renown. So everybody starts with 1 renown during the game. Now, the last thing you'll be able to do with your renown is to spend 5 renown here to be able to activate or put a world power token on a world that you have acquired and have underneath your control panel. So you'll pay 5, you'll take one of these world power tokens, and you'll put it on there. And then later on, at the end of your turn, if you have a world power token on a world, you can activate that world power at the end of your turn to do different things. Now you're probably asking, Logan, what symbols are on the dice, that we roll? You haven't showed us the black, the white, or the gray die. So we'll go ahead and do that, and that's also been on the control panel that we've been looking at. It has everything right here that's on the dice. So settle, which is the flag, when this comes up, if you activate this die, you'll be able to move fleets from your home planet to the settle side of one of the worlds on the table. And so let's see, this die right here has 2 right on the symbol right here. So I'll be able to move 2 of my fleets to the settle side of one of the worlds. The move symbol right here lets you move a fleet for each one of the symbols. Like you can see here, it's just 1 move symbol. You'll be able to move it from world to world. So if I had one of my ships, let's say I had it on the settle side over here, and I rolled the move right there, I'll activate this die, and I'll say, okay, I'm going to move my fleet from this side to that world over there. And it's a 1-for-1 basis depending on how many symbols you have. Now, the same thing can be said, it's not on this die, I'll have to grab another die, for the conquer symbol right here. Works the same as the settle symbol. So you move one of your fleets from your home world to the conquer side of the world on a 1-for-1 basis. So you see there's 2 symbols right there, so I'd move 2 if I rolled that symbol and then activated that. And then the last symbol on the die is the renown. If you roll this and you activate the die, you will get 1 renown per renown symbol. So let's go ahead and put this all together for a sample turn. I'm going to put the dice back there, collect these back, and put them back in my home world. And let's say it's the beginning of the game. It is green player's first turn, which is me, because I love green. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my dice right here. Okay. And now, since I am a scoundrel and I'm in the middle, I can choose to re-roll any of these dice that I want because I got the white, the gray, and the black since I'm right in the middle. Since this is the beginning of the game, let's say, yeah, I'm going to re-roll these 2 dice right here because they're move symbols and I don't have anybody on world, so I don't really need to move them. So let's go ahead and re-roll those. All right, that is a lot better. So I have 3 Renown symbols between my black die and my gray die. So I will take 3 Renown and add them to my side right there. And now I've moved from the rolling and re-rolling to the resolving dice phase. So I can't choose to go back and re-roll. Even if I wanted to re-roll that black one for some reason, I can't, since not only have I activated it, but I've moved to the other phase. And then right here says that I can move a fleet to one of the settle sides. So let's go ahead. I'm going to move this green fleet here to the settle side of that world right there. And then I will go ahead. I'm going to choose, to pass my turn. So it'll go to the blue player. Blue player will roll their die. Okay. Let's see what they've got. They're going to go ahead and choose to re-roll the gray and white die. They like this this conquer symbol right there. Let's go ahead and re-roll these dice. Okay, so they've got, basically the same thing. So they got some moves that they can't really do anything with, but they can settle and they can conquer. So they're going to go ahead, they're going to choose to not resolve dice. They're going to go ahead and choose to pass. So when they pass, they take 3 ships from the hyperspace and bring them back to their home world. So they're going to have all their ships, all 6 of their ships right there when they pass. And then play would go back to me, which is the next player, and start all over again. Now, I didn't mention it earlier, but when somebody does acquire one of these worlds, either by settling it or by conquering it, that world is taken when it is placed underneath there. A new world is flipped out from the deck to replace it. So let's say later on I acquired this one by settling, a new world will be flipped out in place. So that's because that's how you keep going to be able to score the amount of points you need to win, obviously. Now, it should be noted that there are event cards that will be with the game that you can add in to add galactic events and different stuff that happens during your game, as well as a space opera mode where you can play a series of games as a campaign. And all those rules will be in the rulebook for you. We love the Lost Worlds of Josh Kirby so much that we've decided to give it our first ever Logan Chops Reviews seal of approval. Now, it'll be on Kickstarter February 3rd, so let's go ahead and help get it funded. It's from BARD Games. I'm Logan with Logan Chops Reviews. We'll see you next time. Happy gaming.